Alright, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday Buck had loaded up some steel. We generally do a junk run about once a year, and we'd had quite a bit of stuff gathered up, and thought it'd be a good time to do that. So most of this was sitting in the shop, so he got it loaded with the forklift, but we tend to throw some stuff here too. So we do have a lot of stainless. Let me get it right there. We're going to keep that because we've got the old dryer over here that caught fire this fall. A bunch of stainless on it, so we're going to gather that all up, make that a separate run. And yeah, we got some stuff here. Then we got to go up to Swisher's, meeting our landlord up there. He's got some stuff, so we'll get the rest of this gathered up and get it empty.
I don't know what that's off of. You?
I think that's Rickson's.
Oh, yes, it is.
Quite a bit of stuff here. Just some seed disc openers for the planters, a bunch of shovels, a bunch of points for chisels, a bunch of guards. Quite the assortment. As we were heading up to Swisher's, get that steel, I was going to point out, this is one of our fields, and what we're really seeing coming on now is water hemp. We've got a bunch of it popping through. Everybody does. You know, it just came on late. Hard to kill. Yeah, just part of it. And we do have some volunteer corn popping through, but water hemp is just, it's out of control in these parts right now. Alright, we made it up here to Allen's. We got his loader tractor bucket full. He's gonna bring it around. And then we'll see what else he's got. Maybe that way here. There you go. That'd probably work right there. Say that's a pretty good load of junk. We got the Chevy squatting a little bit. Alright, he's on his way. Alright, Buck made it back from the scrap yard. That was a pretty big load for $192. But what do? We were kind of getting built up with scrap around here. You got to get it gone. So I think what we're going to do now, we're pretty much buttoned up on the combines over here. We're going to run up and grab the spare sickle bars out of both heads, and we're going to pull them back in here because we will have to rebuild those with new sections. But instead of pulling the heads back to the farm, I think it's a little too early, you know, just to leave them sitting out. They do need washed, but we got plenty of time. So what we're going to have to do on one of the 35 footers, it is actually a 35-foot sickle. The 40 footer is split in two, so we'll be okay there. but that 35 is going to really stick out past the trailer. So we're going to get a long board. We'll get a long board positioned here, probably screw it down, you know, and it's going to stick out a ways. But that will allow us to extend that sickle to sit on it, and we'll kind of strap it down. And yeah, we'll get those back here so we can get those rebuilt. All right, we got them loaded. Quite the contraption here. We don't have far to go. We'll go slow. This will bounce a little bit, but the way we had to stand it up, we actually pulled this out, and it's actually, sickle was broke on that end. I don't remember that, but anyway, got a couple screws on each side, kind of locking it in there, so I think it'll ride okay. We did throw a little strap here, but that's not very tight, so we shouldn't cut that. But as you saw, we got some screws in the board, about 10, 12 screws in there, so it should ride. If not, we'll stop and pick it up. We'll get it home. All right, we made her back in. Didn't even lose one. So, all right, we'll get these unloaded, and it's like a good hole right there. All right, so here are the sickle bars. This is where it attaches to the wobble box. It does all the shaking and shimmying. So this actually just goes back and forth, and this is what these are, serrated little sections we call. So we'll show you as we start to rebuild them. But yeah, it just goes back and forth, you know, pretty much at ground level, a little above, but just cuts all the beams off. But like I said, this one here is a 35 footer. It is the whole length of the head. Now the 40 footers, and even the 45s, as far as deer goes, they are split in the middle, and where it splits in the middle, it'll overlap. So, but yeah, anyway, we got them back safe and sound. All right, guys, I think that's